What's up, guys? It's your boy Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 48 hours. We don't have too much news, but a lot of key updates to give you. Firstly, of course, on the return of Lionel Messi, all we're waiting for now is the green light from La Liga. Messi wants to join Barcelona under any means necessary, and money isn't the issue, and we do have the exact time frame of when we expect La Liga to give the green light for Messi's plan from Barcelona. Now, of course, this summer we have targets in the striker position, CDM, and also finally in the right back position. Barcelona see enforcing the right back position as a priority, and they do have a name of shortlist this summer with one new surprising name. We also have an update on the Vitor Roque deal, which doesn't look to be too good at the moment, and how Barcelona now will be pursuing Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. But of course, with all these players coming in, players will have to leave the club this summer. We have updates on the sale of Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres, Franck Kessie, Eric Garcia, Raphinha, and even Jordi Alba. We have a contract renewal update on Sergio, Busquets, Ousmane, Dembele, Lamine, Yamal, and Xavi. We have some new images of our home kit for next season, and also some general Barcelona news updates as well. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes on this video. It'd be very much appreciated. Also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 48 hours. Now, firstly, we have an update on Barcelona's pursuit in the right back position. Now, over the past few videos, I've been ranting and awing about how we desperately need a right back this summer, and the reports coming in from the club were that Barcelona don't see it as a priority and they don't even want to sign one. In reality, Mundo Deportivo came out saying that some people within Barcelona believe that it's not necessary to reinforce the right back position, as they believe that with Koundé, Araujo, Sergio Roberto, it is already enough, especially as Marcos Alonso and Inigo Martinez could play as center backs. Now, it's quite clear that for Barcelona to go to the next level, one of the main reinforcements that we do need is a natural right back. Koundé, Araujo, Sergio Roberto, all three of those players are not natural right backs. Two of them are center backs, and one of them is a midfielder. And again, the main right back for Barcelona, Jules Koundé, doesn't even want to play there anymore. The reports coming out saying that Koundé has told Xavi that he does not want to play as a right back anymore unless means necessary, and that he wants his preferred position to be a center back. Now, these reports are coming out. I'm thinking the club are really going to finesse us and not sign a right back this summer when we desperately do need one. Over recent results, of course, the Atletico Madrid game, Rayo Vallecano, Getafe, Girona, it's given us some indications that the right back position is clearly needed. The first report came out from Jaime Miguel from AES. He came out saying that now Barcelona prioritizing the signing of a right back this summer. The club believes that neither Koundé nor Roberto can end up playing there long term. So now all of a sudden, the club, thank God, have indeed come to their senses. Sport came out, Ferran Torres from Sport came out confirming this as well, saying that Barcelona see that the right back position is a weak link and they want to strengthen it. Koundé insists on playing as a center back as well. So I told you guys a few videos ago, wait for the reports about Koundé wanting to play at center back, because you know it's going to come, and now they've come. Now for the options. Firstly, Juan Foyth, Xavi's favorite, but almost impossible due to the price. Joao Cancelo, his name is well placed. Bayern have no intention of signing him permanently. Jorge Mendes can help in this deal. Third option, Thomas Meunier. Jordi Cruyff likes him, and his name is on the table. Now, more on Thomas Meunier. Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo came out saying that Meunier is among the options, as Jordi Cruyff called him quite a long time ago. He wants to join Barcelona, who's aware of this. They're waiting to sort out their plan before moving. Barcelona coaches only consider his age as the issue, but he won't be expensive. So the club like his profile, all this sort of stuff, his ability. His age is the only problem. If he was, mid-25s, he'd be the number one target. They'd go for him, blah, 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 blah. Meunier, again, he's all right, but it's not what we need. We have a very, very young defense. Alejandro Balde, Christensen, Araujo, Koundé, Eric Garcia. We don't need a veteran, so to speak. We're at a point now where we're trying to build a team for the now and the future. And the future, Meunier is not there whatsoever. So now you go back to the three options: Foyth, Cancelo, Meunier. I think that's Barcelona's probably list in that order: Foyth 1, Cancelo 2, Meunier 3. And again, right now, Cancelo and Meunier are the only realistic options. Cancelo probably on a loan move, but that's only if Man City will let him go out on loan again. What will be the buy option? What will be the stipulations of that loan move? All that sort of stuff. Meunier, he's cheap, he's old, we get that. But a new name has an old name, but is now getting some resurgence over the past 24 hours, and that is the name of Arnau Martinez. Gerard Romero came out saying that if Xavi approves, Arnau Martinez could be a viable option, practically since he is a more affordable alternative to Juan Foyth, and the player could potentially be included in the deal as well. I would happily chuck in Collado, Dest, probably not Nico. I'll chuck in Umtiti, Long, whoever they want, they can have. So now Arnau Martinez's name is re-emerging again. Of course, a few months ago, his name was an option. Then Gerard Romero came out saying that Xavi doesn't want him. Xavi wants Foyth, but now that Foyth's too expensive, Arnau Martinez is becoming an option. Now, Mateo Morito from Relivos come out saying that Atletico Madrid, at this current moment, are in talks with Girona for Arnau Martinez. Barcelona had asked about him a few months ago, but the conversation didn't materialize. Atletico at the moment are the most likely destination for Arnau Martinez. Obviously, clear as day. A few months ago, I think Atletico Madrid agreed on a fee of 25 million, 20 million, something like that for Arnau Martinez. But hopefully now that Arnau Martinez sees this interest in the media from Barcelona, maybe he'll end up waiting. Out of all the options, Foyth, Cancelo, Meunier, Martinez for me is the best one considering all aspects: player ability, player age, how he fits the system, and price. For me, he's the best option. Cancelo, he's in his prime, but I still take him over Meunier. I'd probably go, all things considered, Martinez, Cancelo, Foyth, Meunier. That would be my list. Of course, Foyth because of the price. Of course, if the price wasn't there, he'd probably be way up higher on the list. But the most important thing to take away from this is that Barcelona are looking for a right back. They now see it as one of the priorities for this summer, as Koundé also insisting that he wants to play as a center back on a more regular basis. Now it's all time now for Barcelona is to narrow down their options in the right back position, who they want to go for, what price, and how they're going to make the conditions of the deal a reality. Now, the priority for Barcelona this summer alongside a right back is to bring in a new striker to provide coverage and also competition for Robert Lewandowski. The main name for Barcelona for months now has been the young Brazilian Vitor Roque. But again, his price is the issue due to financial fair play and also the funds that Barcelona currently have. Gerard Romero came out saying that Barcelona is currently unable to afford the 40 million euros required to sign Vitor Roque. The player is said to be leaning towards accepting offers from the Premier League and even the Portuguese league. Also, there is no unanimous agreement within the club regarding his potential signing. So not only can Barcelona not afford him, but also there's no total agreement in the boardroom that he should be signed as well. And that's why it looks like Barcelona are cooling their interest. I think if we sell Ansu Fati, you get some money, it might, come back and take the risk. But with the whole entire board not in agreement and the money not there, the interest is cooling down. I would hold off and wait because I know for a fact that Vitor Roque wants to decide his future before the end of May at the latest. He wants to have preseason, know his club by June, that way he can relax on his vacation, all that sort of stuff. That's already been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano as well. So I think it might be too little too late for Vitor Roque, pending, of course, what happens on the sales side of Barcelona. If we sell Franck Kessie, Ferran, Ansu, whatever the case may be. But if it's just come down to money, we can't do it. And also, there's no total agreements, according to Gerard Romero, in the board as well, which for me is a big question mark. Because why are you pursuing him? Why were you about to travel to Brazil if there's no total agreement? I feel that's a bit of a cop-out now, saying that, we can't afford him, and also we all can't really agree on signing him. We'll have to wait and see. But now we're hearing that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's name is heavily rumored to Barcelona. Apparently, there's about an 80% chance that Alba will return to the Blaugrana this summer, hopefully on a free transfer, 1-year deal, and then maybe we can get Vitor Roque at another time. I also wouldn't rule out Barcelona doing a deal with another team. Let's say, for example, the Portuguese league Porto. We go to Porto to say, hey, we split the price. You have him for 2 years. You have 50% of his rights, and then we get him back later on. Very similar to what Barcelona did with the Emerson operation when we bought him from Brazil, and he went on loan for 2 seasons to Betis. We could do the same thing maybe with the Portuguese team. I'll wait on that as well. But at the moment, a direct transfer for Vitor Roque is looking more and more complicated. But Barcelona's #1 transfer target this summer is, of course, the greatest human being to ever touch a football, Lionel Messi. We do have some more updates on his potential and hopefully very likely return to Barcelona this summer. First, reports are coming in that Barcelona have started speaking with La Liga to register Messi, and there was a meeting 2 days ago, and the conversations will continue. Garcia came out saying that Messi has agreed to accept a low salary at Barcelona, who have assured that they can and will try to get his transfer done. Sport came out saying that many board members who were asked after the Espai Barca press conference the other day were almost sure about Leo Messi playing for Barcelona next season. They believe that the club will end up meeting La Liga's requirements. Now, on the requirements, Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona have already sent their viable plan to La Liga, and they're expecting to send an answer in around May time. And his feeling as a journalist very close to Barcelona is that the club are working very well on the plan. Barcelona included wage reductions, contract renewals, and some departures on the plan as well. So Messi wants his future to be decided by the end of the season. Apparently right now, it's either he's going to stay in PSG for another year or he's going to come to Barcelona. He wants it decided before he goes on the summer vacation. That way he can fully relax and be with his family, all that sort of stuff, which is perfectly fine. So again, another deadline for Messi has been set. Of course, the one that was set 2 years ago, August 8th, 2021. We didn't meet it and he left. Another club have another deadline to meet. But it's all now depending on La Liga, who will send their plan back at some point in May. We're hearing mid to end of May, which I think is going to make the viable plan green light very, very close and very, very tight, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Now, there are reports coming in from Argentina now, slowly but surely, on Messi's return to Barcelona. Firstly, Veronica Brunetti, who's been on this from November. I made a breaking news video in November about her report. She came out saying that Mateo Alemán and Ferran Oliver held a meeting in Madrid with representatives of La Liga to discuss the issue of financial fair play, not the issue of Messi's contract. Although it's important to meet the fair play targets for Messi's return, the meeting between Barcelona and La Liga was very positive. They continue to make progression on the viable plan. They will sell players and restructure the squad, as Barcelona has to cut around 180 million euros from the wage bill. Now, of course, that wage bill fee, we're going to lose already 90 million off the wage bill with Griezmann and PK salary officially off the books, so that should help us a lot. Of course, Alemán confirmed this back in January. Barcelona need La Liga to approve the viable plan or to be able to register the new contracts of Xavi, Araujo, and Balde, as well as register Inigo Martinez, and to close the signing of Leo Messi. Barcelona, though, are very optimistic. But another reporter in Argentina, Merlo, who's of course very, very close to the Argentinian press, Argentinian dressing room, he's come out saying that to this day it's difficult for La Liga to approve the feasible plan so that Barcelona can sign Messi or really any other player. But then he also came out saying that Leo Messi is calm regarding his future and it waits for Barcelona's offer. Barcelona have officially sent the feasible plan to register Messi to La Liga and are now waiting for a response. If La Liga disapproves the plan, Barcelona will keep sending plans until they receive the approval. Once they receive the approval, they'll send the offer to Messi, which he will accept. Messi does not care about the money, he only cares about returning to Barcelona. So that's all fine and well. The issue is, will La Liga respond to Barcelona adequately and quickly, and will Barcelona be able to send Messi a contract, a viable offer, by his deadline? There's no exact date, it just, the rumor is by the end of the season. I think he wants to go on his summer break knowing what club he'll play for next season. So we'll have to wait and see. Again, Messi's return is, on track. We are now just waiting for other people to respond to what we wanted to do, waiting for the green light from La Liga. Hopefully, Javier Tebas came out in the media 2 days ago saying that's basically impossible for Messi to come back. All cap, he just chats a lot of shit in the media. Don't take that to heart. So I'll wait and see what happens over the next few weeks. But again, Messi's return is on the table. It is viable. It is possible. But a few more details are still missing. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 48 hours. Now, usually I'll give you guys the updates on each player's individual status, but a lot of the stats are kind of really joined and connected together. So I'm going to go through everyone's options in the current squad and how they will face the summer transfer window. Firstly, coming in from Veronica Brunetti, who of course is an Argentinian reporter, Argentinian outlet, and she's come out talking about Barcelona's sales as well. Of course, she's very close to the financial fair play issue and Messi's signing. She's come out saying that Barcelona are planning to sell Kessie Ferran Torres, and Ansu Fati this summer to solve the financial fair play situation. They're also open to selling Eric Garcia, Raphinha, and Jordi Alba. All the roads at the moment are pointing to a Ferran Torres Ansu Fati exit. I'm sorry, but that's the reality. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we sell Ansu, loan Ferran, or vice versa. I also can see one of them staying and then just adding Messi to be the 6 forwards. So you have Raphinha, Dembele, Lewandowski, Messi, Ferran, and for example Messi. So he comes in at that 5th forward, and maybe have Lamine Yamal coming in off the bench. But also, it does mean that 100% one of Ferran Torres or Ansu Fati, I don't know why I say Ansu Fati, is gonna leave, which for me is a big shock. Now on Eric Garcia, Raphinha, and Jordi Alba, I think Jordi Alba, of course, doesn't reduce his salary. He'll be on the chopping block. Eric Garcia, I think only if a good offer comes in, because Xavi does like the player. And for Raphinha, of course, a few days ago we talked about it. There is a set price of around 80 to 90 million euros for Barcelona to consider his sale this summer. But Kessie's name has, all of a sudden emerged on the table. Now, there have been reports that Barcelona offered Christensen and Kessie a salary reduction, but they both said no. Absolutely fake news. All players recently signed by Barcelona have adequate salaries that are now complying with financial fair play. So Christensen, Kessie, Raphinha, Koundé, Lewandowski, Memphis, he's not here anymore. Eric Garcia, all their wages are in line with financial fair play. It's the other players like Jordi Alba, Busquets, Ter Stegen, De Jong, whose wages are all over the place. Barcelona wouldn't ask new players coming in to reduce their salary immediately. It makes no sense, and they've already made sacrifices to come to Barcelona as well. Anyways, Sport came out saying that Andreas Christensen will stay at Barcelona next season, but Franck Kessie is up for sale. Xavi has been very clear that Christensen cannot leave, and neither will he despite Inigo Martinez's arrival. The coach believes that he makes a big difference in defense and has been great whenever he has played. Evidence, last night's game. Done and dusted. Kessie has not been bad, but Xavi believes that the interior position is well covered, and they want to also add Ilkay Gundogan. Kessie has a good poster in Italy and also receives offers from England. So like Javi Miguel said a few weeks ago, Xavi wants to keep Kessie. He likes Kessie. He's going to add that different profile in Barcelona's midfield. He wants to keep him, but now officially offers are going to be considered for Kessie, because we're at a point now where if we don't get money for Ferran and Ansu, we need money elsewhere. So if a good offer comes in, Kessie's stats at Barcelona will be assessed. Apparently Barcelona want around 25 to 30 million euros. So if you see a bid in the media come out of that, Barcelona will consider it. I think 35 million above, the club will just accept it and push Kessie out, if I'm completely honest. Now again, on that wage report, Franck Kessie's agent through his lawyers denied the reports that Barcelona have asked him to reduce his salary, which was reported by some media outlets a few days ago. It came in from an Italian source and also from England and from Spain as well. Absolutely all categorically false. On Kessie as well, Matteo Morito from Liga has come out saying that the future of Kessie is up in the air. He wants to stay and he feels comfortable in Barcelona, but it is true that the club will consider his sale if a good offer arrives. And with Kessie, there's stipulations to it. Good offer has to come in. For Raphinha, it's like 90 million, or don't even consider offering us a bid for Raphinha. Ferran and Ansu, they're kind of willingly trying to negotiate and push those players out. But you also have to consider the players coming back in from loan. Collado, Nico, Abdi, Longlet, Des, and also Big Samuel Umtiti. Matteo Morito has also come out saying that Samuel Umtiti is doing well at Lecce. He is considered a leader in defense and he will have a lot of market in the summer. The only certainty on his future is that he will not return to Barcelona. That scenario is not contemplated. Of course, Christensen, Koundé, Araujo, Inigo Martinez, Marcos Alonso, Eric Garcia. You don't need anyone else. So Umtiti will be sold this summer, and the fact that he renewed his contract last year until 2026 means that Barcelona can get some funds from this. 5 million, 3 million, 2 million. If we just get any sort of dollars for it, I will take it. I also wouldn't rule out that Umtiti leaving on free and then Barcelona having 50% future sale and variables and all that stuff, because the club like to do that just to get rid of the player ASAP and just move on from his scenario. So keep your eyes on Umtiti, but again, the club need to sell players this summer to also comply with FFP and also to spend money on other players as well. I'm thinking Ferran and Ansu, main two on the chopping block, with Kessie kind of second offers open, and then Raphinha and, you know, other players bid has to be a certain amount of money or else the sale will not be considered. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, on the captain of the first team, the contract renewal of Sergio Busquets. Having Miguel from AES came out saying that Sergio Busquets told some players in the dressing room that his intention is to accept the offer of the renewal. The dinner he had with Lionel Messi the other night with Jordi Alba was key in taking this step. Again, we saw Busquets last night. He's so influential to our team, especially when he's playing well. He's going to end up renewing his contract. I cannot believe back in January I was saying that there's like a 70% chance, in my opinion, that Busquets will leave the club this summer, and all of a sudden, a few months later, Busquets se queda. That's a turnaround beyond belief. I think Messi's arrival and also Xavi begging him to stay are big factors. Again, he will take a significant salary reduction from his current 300,000 euros per week to around about 110,000 euros per week. He'll have the same salary as Raphinha and also Ousmane Dembele as well. But Busquets is set to stay, and he is set to accept that contract renewal offer from Barcelona. We are expecting it to be happening next week at some point, from now until the next league game. I forget who we play. Not Osasuna, the next one, the one during the Copa del, after the Copa del Rey final weekend. We are expecting Busquets to answer in the next 2 weeks, but again, his answer will most likely be a yes. The next contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele. Fernando Polo from Deportivo has come out saying that Barcelona have officially contacted Ousmane Dembele's agent, Moussa Sissoko, to hold a meeting next week or the following. Dembele wants to stay at Barcelona beyond 2024. Negotiations can go beyond the summer as the parties trust each other. So, Dembele might run down his contract again. If he does not renew by the end of the summer, we're getting a repeat of what happened last year. I would watch out for Dembele because the club needs money. Of course, 100 million euros, we need to earn around about that. Dembele in the month of July and August will have a 50 million euro release clause. Any club in the world can come in, pay that, and it'll be up to Dembele to decide whether or not he wants to go to that club or stay at Barcelona. 50 million is, a good price on how Barcelona want to generate their money. So keep your eyes on this one. Of course, Xavi is desperate to keep him. He wants to keep Dembele under any means necessary. He's an untouchable player for the manager and also the club back him as well. So with Dembele, honestly, after last time, I'm not going to trust, the parties trust each other. For me, that's pure cap, pure lies beyond belief. I don't trust Moussa Sissoko in any way, shape, or form. But let's hope that Dembele's renewal this time will go much better and much smoother than the last time. And the final contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Lamine Yamal, who of course last night made his first team debut at the age of just 15. How crazy is that? Of course, he needs to renew a contract. He actually needs his first professional contract, which Barcelona are working very hard on. Fabrizio Romano has come out saying the negotiations to renew Lamine Yamal's contract are going very well. And after last night's debut, Vitor Roque from Renewal came out saying that Barcelona have Lamine Yamal's contract renewal on track. He will sign a new 3-year deal when he turns 16 in July to sign his first, of course, professional contract. Xavi wants him in the dynamics of the first team, so he will go directly from Juvenile A to the first team. He'll make the exact same path as Xavi did last season. So again, you can see why Ferran and Ansu might end up being sold. The message is coming in. Then you promote Lamine Yamal to the first team. So big future ahead of him, of course, in his cameo, 10 minutes last night. Played well, almost got 2 assists. He is a player for the future. Xavi gave him full praise in the post-match press conference as well. And the club will renew his contract and he will sign his new deal once he turns 16 in July. Now, not only players, but also managers need contract renewals as well. And we do have a very quick update on the renewal of Xavi Hernandez. Fabrizio Romano came out saying that more confirmation yesterday that Xavi will be extending his contract once the league season is done and Barcelona, of course, win La Liga. We are currently 8 points away from securing the league title, and once the league title is secured, Xavi will renew his contract. Let's now discuss some of the news surrounding Barcelona over the past 48 hours. Firstly, we do have some new images coming out of the home kit for next season, more specifically on the font sizes and colors on the shirt, on the back as well for the name and number. And as you can see on the right hand side with the Pedro concept, this will be the font size and also the font for the number as well. This kit would be so much better if the font was gold, like a dark gold, or maybe even and I think a light gold would work, like a dark gold. Oh, it'd be so good, but I don't know why they go with white. It's just, even if they picked the color from this season's kit, it would be perfectly fine as well, that kind of light and dark goldish. But just going with white, I feel like it's so dead. You saw this, 2 seasons ago in that crappy kit that we had. I just wish it was a different color, but I think the font size of the number and the name is pretty cool. And here's how the full kit will look like here. The shorts will be plain old blue, and the socks will be striped blaugrana. Of course, there were reports about the shorts being like dynamic red and blue, how the lines were going all over the place. Look kind of cool, but that's not the case. It will be just plain blue. Might even see plain red. Of course, this season our shorts are blue, but we saw the red shorts come out in the Spanish Super Cup, and that was to comply with Real Betis kit somehow. But anyways, there's a font size how it'll look on the back of the shirt as well on the Pedri little model there. So overall, I like it. I think it's a good kit. I just really wish that the font size was just a different color. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys the updates on how Barcelona continue to generate more revenues for funding this summer, as they need to, get some revenue up. One of them being is shutting down completely Barca TV Plus. Sport have come out saying that Barcelona TV will disappear from June the 30th. The club communicated their decision of not renewing the agreement with Movistar for the broadcasting services. This decision will mean the departure of around 150 professionals from the club between contracted and collaborations. New formulas are sought to maintain the club's image and continue broadcasting the content. Juan Martí from Renewal, reliable source, very reliable, confirmed the news and also said that Barcelona will save 12 million euros following the stop of the functionality of Barcelona TV Plus from next season onwards. This will help with FFP. Wow. I feel so bad for the people who got laid off. I think it's terrible. I mean, to be honest, the content was a bit cringy. I mean, it wasn't that great. It's not like champagne football content. It was pretty dead. And, I'm not saying that they deserve it, but they've been bantered quite a bit. They make a lot of their content tailored to like 4 or 5-year-olds when the reality is like mid-20s and early 30 people watch the videos. Like, just go look at their vlog. Anyways. But it's being shut down. We're going to save 12 million euros for FFP, which I think is great, but I wonder what Barcelona are going to do now to, continue the club's image and continue to broadcast content, because they got to have some sort of platform to, stream the press conference, stream old matches, all this sort of stuff. So I feel like the club need to, and I also think the stuff that we were doing from beforehand is a bit outdated. I think now hopefully we can revolutionize how we broadcast our, games and exclusive content, all that sort of stuff. But Barcelona TV Plus is going to be shutting down. It might be rebranded, might be come out as a new thing, but as we know today, there will be no Barca TV Plus. Now, also there are reports coming in that important people at Barcelona spoke with representatives of Nike to increase the stocks of shirts in case Messi returns. In fact, 2 to 3 new sponsors are just waiting for La Liga to accept the club's viable plan to complete their new sponsorships. We have new sponsors coming in to, of course, cover the fees of bringing Messi back, giving him his wages, and also Messi's return will help us financially as well. Nike stock's going to go through the roof. We're going to be selling kits like no tomorrow, and of course, more sponsors want to collaborate with Barcelona due to Messi being at the club. So we got to get that done, and hopefully La Liga will approve our viable plan. And finally, some quick updates around Espai Barca. Of course, the funding has been approved. We're going to be playing at the Montjuic Stadium next season, and the forecast of the annual revenue of the new Spotify Camp Nou is 247 million euros per season. So once we have the new stadium in 2026, for every season just from the stadium alone, we're going to earn 247 million euros, 24% from VIP services, another 24% from ads and title rights, 15% from the museum, 22% from tickets and restaurants, and 15% for additional events. That might be the most revenue any stadium can bring in a season. That is astounding. I cannot wait to go to the new Barcelona stadium. It's gonna be revolutionary. It's gonna be so modern. It's unbelievable. Of course, I'm gonna go this season to watch the last 2 games at the old Camp Nou, but I still cannot wait to watch my first game at the new Spotify Camp Nou. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 48 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to see, of course, is your thoughts on the return of Lionel Messi. Do you think it will happen or not? Do you think La Liga will approve Barcelona's plan? Secondly, on the right back pursuit, who would you sign? What would you do in that position? Would you pursue maybe someone on loan permanently, or would you abandon that completely and prioritize other positions? Thirdly, your thoughts on the Vitor Roque deal not materializing whatsoever, and who would you bring in for that striker that we do need to provide coverage and competition for Lewandowski? And finally, your thoughts on the sales at Barcelona. Who do you think will be sold, and also at what price? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.